What is going on, everybody? How are we all doing? And welcome today to my first ever FIFA 17 gameplay video. Today we are on the FIFA 17 demo. Today it came out finally after so much build up. It launched, I think it was 7 o'clock it became available on the Xbox One store at least. But today I'm just going to talk to you about my first game that I played. Of course I did Man City Man United. Before we get into what I thought of the game, a couple of things I'd like to say first. You'll firstly notice there's no face cam. That's extremely rare for me. I can't remember the last time I did a video without any face cam. But the reason is I didn't want to put myself in the way of any of the graphics of the game. I thought you might want to absorb the game as it is, if that makes sense. So I didn't want to put myself in the way. There will be another video on the demo coming out tomorrow. This is the second thing I wanted to mention. And it will be a competition. Facecam will be returning in that one, but it will be a very exciting competition where you can win yourself £10 of either MSP or PSN vouchers to get yourself a nice head start in FIFA 17, get yourself some Microsoft points and get yourself some FIFA points with it. So look out for that. That should be it tomorrow night, fingers crossed. And yeah, really looking forward to that. Keep an eye out for that one. But let's get into what I thought of the game. Now, I've only played one match. I have got a friend that's got onto the early access. This is literally my I say early access, I mean the beta. This is literally the first time I've ever played the game at all. I've heard, like I say, a few things off my mate of what it's a bit like. And I've got to say, I am so impressed. It's so refreshing after what many people would consider with FIFA 16 quite a down year. A lot of people weren't happy with the way the game played. A lot of people weren't happy with the longevity of the game. So many people just, I mean, not just people I know, people on YouTube stopped uploading FIFA 16 so long ago because the game was so frustrating. And I feel like this year is going to be a lot different. I should also mention we're playing this game on World Class. I wanted to get a feel of what the game was like on a pretty high difficulty. Of course, we're doing the Manchester Derby, like I've already mentioned. And yeah, World Class is the difficulty that we're on. Stamford Bridge is also the stadium. If that interests any of you, there's only 3 stadiums on the demo. I think the Stamford Bridge, I actually forget what the other 2 are. One of them I did recognise from FIFA 16. I think another one might be a brand new one. But the first thing I've got to bring up about this game, the passing, lads. Oh my god, the passing is a million miles away from FIFA 16, and in a good way. The passing seems to fly. You see me straight away here, just knocking the ball around, trying to get a feel of the passing, and it just, the ball goes where you want it to go, which is like incredibly refreshing after FIFA 16, where it's not awful, I don't think, but this is such a massive step in the right direction. Many people would say it's awful, to be honest, but I don't think it's terrible myself on FIFA 16. But like I say, it just feels so much more smooth. It feels like the passing power is exactly what you want at any time. The RB pass, the driven pass, seems a lot more accurate. Everything about the passing just seems like a massive improvement. I think that's mainly down to the fact that we've got the new passing mechanics, but also down to the fact that the player movement seems a lot better as well. I know a lot of people have been talking about it, and it wasn't an EA of advertising a build-up to the game that the movement of the players, the attacking intelligence is a lot better. And you can see just from watching me play this game, the players move into the space. It's always like you got an option of somewhere to go, and 9 times out of 10, if you have the ability to spot a pass yourself, I'm not talking like exuberant passes here, obviously, but I mean like if you're good enough to know there's a player free somewhere and it's a reasonable pass, 99% of the time, it's going to make it, and that is a good thing in my opinion. Some people might say it's a bit too arcadey. I don't think it is. I think it's got it just right, where it's not arcadey, but it's also reasonable, so it's like not like passes are going to the wrong player and going out to play all the time. Because let's not forget, we're using Man City and Man United here, professional players. They should be able to make simple passes, and for me, they did make the simple passes. The second thing I'm going to talk about is the graphics. I mean, we all know they've got this new Frostbite engine. We've all been seeing pictures and in-game footage already, little what's the word I'm after, little videos, promotional trailers where the players look fantastic, and even just looking at the players from a distance like this, I do think you can see a notable difference. The players look fantastic. I mean, you'll see a couple of times you'll have seen when the players are coming out of the tunnel at the start, and also at half-time you'll see when they've got the close-ups of some of the players. Absolutely fantastic. They really do. I mean, bearing in mind this is the same console, it is a world apart. Just putting in that Frostbite engine really has like stepped up the graphics massively. The third thing I want to talk about is shooting. It's a pretty dull game that you've seen in the background, in all honesty, but I did want to use the first game I played because I thought, you know what, that shows what it's like when you're first playing the game, as stupid as that might sound. But the shooting feels very different. I didn't actually score in this game. We end up losing the game 1-0. I don't know if that spoils it for you. It's only a bit of demo gameplay. But yeah, we do lose the game 1-0. I didn't get many clear chances, and that's partly because we're on World Class. Obviously, they defended quite well, and But when I did pull the trigger a couple of times, it did feel kind of different. I'm going to need to play it a little bit more to decide on what I think of that. But it did feel okay. I will do another video in a few days' time once I've really played the hell out of this demo, explaining my in-depth thoughts and what I really think of the game after playing it for a long period of time. But this is just like an initial impressions kind of thing. This is my first game. Set pieces seem fantastic. I do like this little marker thing that you can put in the box system. Use it for the first time here now. It's going to take some getting used to, and I'm hoping it's not too OP, because I only had a couple of corners and a couple of set pieces, and every single time I always seem to be finding my own man if I remember correctly. But hopefully it's not super OP, but it is something new. It's going to take some getting used to, and I do quite like it for the initial trying it a couple of times. Like I said, it does seem quite nice to use. Like I said, just the main thing is I hope it isn't too OP. Physicality in the game feels a lot better than it does this year. Pace and physicality are just a lot more balanced. I mean, in FIFA 15, going back a couple of years now, pace was king, and that had been the case of FIFA's for a long time in the past. Last year just gone, a lot of people had been calling for pace to be nerfed. They nerfed it, but on FIFA 16 I think they went a bit too far in the fact that you could never pull away from players. But on this one, it seems a great balance. If you've got away from a player, you've got someone that's got a bit of pace about them, you're going to pull away, and that's what you want to be seeing. But at the same time, if you're in a shoulder-to-shoulder, you can easily be pushed off the ball, which is what you also want to be seeing. And another thing is that the defenders seem to read the game really well. So you'll see an example later in the game where I'll try and play it through to Aguero. It's a through ball. I think I'm going to be in, but then I think it's Eric Bailey comes across, shields off Aguero, and it's great to see because it's sensible defending. It's not Bailly and the game being broken and Aguero not being able to burn past him. It's just good defending from Bailly. And like I say, it's just nice to see they seem to have finally got that balance right this year. I mean, I don't want to read into it too much because obviously I've only played the one match, and like I say, I'll give some in-depth views in a couple of days' time probably. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can comment on too much right now. Like I say, graphically it looks fantastic. I think the gameplay feels a hell of a lot smoother than it did last year. I think the passing feels miles better. But because it's only the first game I played, I don't want to go too far in depth and say, like, this is the best thing I've ever played because, like I say, it's only one game. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to cut myself away now so you can literally watch the second half of the match as it is without commentary and see what you think of the gameplay. But if you did enjoy this, lads, if you're hyped for FIFA 17, make sure to leave a big thumbs up on the video. Let me know what you think of the gameplay, what your thoughts are on the game, if you've managed to play it, what you think of how it looks. And, yeah, just smash that thumbs up, lads, because we are all so excited for FIFA 17. I hope you're all as well. I'll speak to you in the next video. Have a great night. I hope you're all enjoying this. Nidge out.
Wayne Rooney. Well, they're building steadily here, working away. It's looking good, this move. Pogba. Gundogan. Silva. Here the challenge is a good one. Sergio Aguero. And in a moment, there will be a substitution. Free kick given by the referee. And the defending team might be in trouble. They might regret conceding this. But that will go down against Manchester United's record in this game, a yellow card.
Yeah, silly one, he could have avoided that.
Ball sneaking forward. David Silva! Fine save he's made there, and he's not let the ball escape his grasp. Doing well to keep the ball. Shot on! Ibrahimovic! Never looked like missing. On his day, Zlatan Ibrahimovic is as good as you get.
Yeah, I think that's true. He can be elusive, and he certainly was there.
Had to wait a while to get the first goal of the game. He sensed it was coming. It's finally arrived. Ashley Young. And it's been an hour of very good football here. We've still got 30 more minutes to go, and I'm sure we're going to enjoy that as well. Morgan Schneiderlin. Pogba. And the manager's going to make a change here. Here's Shaw. He went in well. Pogba. Little piece of interplay between the two. Antonio Valencia.
Brilliant team play this, with the passing, the movement off the ball to make the passing possible.
There's going to be a throw-in after that tackle. Gundogan.
Number 10.
20 minutes now remaining. Now here on the attack is Aguero. Letting the shot go! Great work by the goalkeeper. The ball is his, he's made sure he's protected it. They spread it out wide here. Chance to get some width into this attack. Well, they look promising there in that wide area, but the defender's done well. Kevin De Bruyne. Carrying the ball forward, it's to Manchester City. Manchester United have won the ball back here. 1-2, and having a little game of their own here. And they're keeping the... Zlatan Ibrahimovic! Oh, saved by the goalkeeper at full stretch. Well, here's a chance to show how good they are at corners and maybe increase their advantage. And it's a heading chance now. Well, now they've won the ball back in the middle of the park by intercepting that pass. Right from the beginning, we've never known which way this game is going to go, and it's kept its drama right to the last. Excellent passing, great interplay. I think the passing's got to carry a bit more purpose here. Kevin De Bruyne. Silva. In quickly. Henrik Mkhitaryan. Ashley Young. And here comes an attack from Manchester United.
The referee has indicated there will be a minimum of 2 minutes.
They're really working the opposition around with this passing. They can't get near it. Well, it's easy here for the keeper. Final whistle, and Manchester United have won. Well, those bragging rights have gone up in smoke. They had the chance to win this derby, ended up losing it.
I don't know if the occasion got the better of them, because they weren't quite themselves today, and that's what hurt.